Hello to everyone overseas. I'm Inari Houzumi, a streamer and speedrunner, and I'll be running Crypt Custodian today. Benio is also here for commentary.
Hi, I'm Beniolite. I'm also a speedrunner of this game.
Usually, time starts on the in-game timer starting, but instead, we'll start time as soon as we select the easy difficulty, the top option. As the file select, I'll count down from 3, okay?
Okay.
では参ります。3, 2, 1, go!
Go, good luck.
Good luck, thank you.
This game is a top-down Metroidvania game, and in any percent easy, Inari will complete the main story from a new file. The main character is a little cat named Pluto. He was loved and cared for by a couple in life, but one day he got in an unfortunate accident and passed away into here, the afterlife. For some reason, passing into the afterlife also made him stand up on his hind legs. Right now, Pluto is in and needs to go be judged as to whether he gets to continue onto the palace or not. These platforms can be slow, but there is a cycle skip that makes it a lot faster, like this. Okay.
Oh.
So, we also pick up a broom laying on the ground before moving forward. Now, let's go to the palace. And he broke some statues. Is it okay? Now, here is the palace. Inside is Kendra, the guardian of the afterlife. Her boss is to pass judgment on spirits that enter the afterlife. Judgment is passed based on actions taken while the spirit was still alive. However, Pluto gets judged to have been a very bad cat for smashing Kendra's statues and gets thrown outside the palace. Pluto is sentenced to use the broom he picked up and become the janitor of the afterlife for eternity. From here, we collect currency for the speedrun. Specifically, we need 1,851 trash to use for shopping later. There's quite a few spots across the run where we jump and use our aerial attack to make some tight jump as well. This run has some difficult movement, but that's also simultaneously the fun part of this speedrun. We take the key here and hit the lever for nicer routing later in the run. We return to our save point and immediately clip to the top of the wall. This run also has plenty of sequence breaks. Our next goal is to defeat the first boss of the game. Let me introduce the runner, Inari. He's a Japanese virtual folk streamer. He loves games and speedrun, especially indie 2D action games. He has also participated in RTA in Japan, one of the largest speedrun events in Japan. Now this is a forced combat arena, so we have to beat all the enemies. Now we meet and befriend a frog named Pebble, but it is much faster to skip the entire cutscene, so we warp back to the save point again and save some frames. Here, we'll unlock the gimmick in a slightly unconventional way.
Oh,
try again.
Try again. Okay.
Okay. Right now, Pebble has been tracked by the boss, so we're going to save him. We do a little setup and make a very tight jump to get to the next platform. Now this is the second arena. Okay. So next, this is the first boss. First boss area. The boss is pot full of spiders. For boss fights in this run, we usually get damaged by doing a dash attack and cancel the dash attack with another dash attack to constantly output dash attacks. This gives us the most DPS out of any attack method we have available to us. Defeating pot full of spiders gives us the air dash ability. This gives us the ability to dash in mid-air, as well as making the grounded dash motion a bit faster. From here, the fastest movement becomes chaining grounded and aerial dashes. We'll be doing this for the rest of the run. We move on to the next area, and while doing so, we pick up some items that will help us later. First, we are collecting the upgrade point, which helps us a lot. And don't forget to pick up the key. Up above Pearl's Shrine, we pick up 2 discs. With the one that we already have, this makes 3 discs in our inventory. We also pick up any trash that's easy to get to on the way there. Once again, in this game, trash is money, so we have to collect more. So, are there any donations?
There absolutely are donations. We have $55 from Kincaid_MK, who says, just a little something from me and my community to help this amazing cause. Thank you GDQ staff and runners for bringing so much fun and joy to so many. Thank you very much, Kincaid, and I'm having a lot of joy. This is a very cute game. Like, this is cozy hours right now.
Yeah, thank you. This area usually needs to be accessed from the other side, but it is very possible to make a tricky jump around the wall and land on the other side. This gives us our 3rd disc. We are moving on to Mira's basement and interact with the save point, which becomes our teleport point for the next while. So don't forget to collect the trash. We return to the Weeping Wastes and open the bar, which is our shop. We have to collect more money, so... Okay.
Okay.
Each disc we put in the jukebox gives us 250 trash for shopping with. This combined with the trash we've been picking up throughout the run should total at least 2,601. We use this trash to buy the special attack Super Sweep and the upgrade Quick Foot and equip those back at the save point. From here, we warp back to the north save point. There's 2 precise jumps we need to make. And then we are into the Neon Crest. In this area, enemies and platforms appear and disappear every time we dash. This makes for some very good brain workouts in trying to figure out where to dash and where to not. We keep moving along the path towards the boss of the area. Fence like this, when here, can be skipped without opening the key by simply jumping around instead. So this is a combat arena. Just hit them all. Okay. Just keep going. And we can skip the key. Now, and next area is the boss fight. against the terrifying, dynamic, powerful Astro Drifters. Phew, that was a hard fight. Now that we've beaten the Astro Drifters, we've gained the Spirit Split ability. This ability gives us access to some new areas. Next, we keep moving through the Neon Crest to flip a switch down the path. Ooh, that was one of the most difficult skip in this speed run. So we can skip this combat arena. Just keep going. From here, we teleport back to Weeping Wastes and go right to get to Sculptor's Peak. On the way, we will meet and befriend another spirit named Grizz. Grizz is in the next area. This is Grizz. Grizz is digging a hole here to try to sneak into Kendra's palace. Now, it's time for a very difficult skip.
Very difficult.
Very difficult skip. This one.
Brook. Okay.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Thank you.
どうして落ちちゃうの？
ねえ。
Going back to
びっくりした。
Grizz, why did they want to sneak into the palace? Well, it turns out Grizz wanted to use something called the crystal mirror, which let a spirit visit the living world for just a moment. Pluto agrees to collaborate with Grizz's plan, and they decide to work together to make enough friends for an ambush to the palace. We skip another forced combat arena and keep moving forward through the area. There's a spot where you can simply jump over the walls, so we use this to our advantage. We do one last difficult skip.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Nice. Great, thank you.
Nice. And open up the same point from the other side. Now we're to our next actual boss fight, the Stone Golem. If the RNG is good, we can beat them in around 25 seconds. Okay. Once we beat them, we pick up our next ability, the Boomerang. Broom plus Boomerang, which means we can throw a broom like a boomerang. Now that we have the Boomerang, we move on to the next area, the tower. Here, we pretty much follow the path laid out for us, but while doing so, we skip most of the puzzles and obstacles in our way. First, there's a door that opens when both switches are pressed down at once, but we can simply go around it. And then there's a door with three switches, and what do? We can just go around it. Next is the door with 4 switches, but for some reason, the wall here just lets us through, so we jump through that instead. And now we go farther up and left towards the Tower Hunters boss fight. However, we have an exploit we can make use of here. It will only take a moment, so let me explain up front. Usually, we take the spray can which Gris gives us later and make a drawing on the ground. But instead, we can exploit the game's mechanics and touch the room transition above the arena and skip the entire boss fight. So let's go to the boss area. Okay. So, can he skip? Oh, great. We skipped the boss. Past the arena is our next ability, the Boomerang Dash. This ability opens up even more places to explore, as well as enabling one specific movement tech later on. Return to Mira's basement and head to press the switch.
Oh no.
Using Spirit Split, you can interact with objects ahead, triggering various mechanisms like this. So, we are using Boomerang Dash. So after pressing the switch, proceed to the cellar. As you go down, there's a conversation with the bug-catching boy, Cruton, but it's faster to ignore him and traverse the platforms on the side. We've activated the switch below by using Boomerang, which will rotate the platform, allowing us to proceed. Now, there was a door that opens when you collect 3 bugs, but there's a wall we can go through on the side. We can skip the story. The boss, gigantic stone beetle, will unexpectedly become enraged and chase after us, but we can simply run away without fighting. Originally, the story explains that the beetle is angry because you've collected the 3 bugs, but we skipped that event entirely this time. This area contains various gimmicks, but by optimizing the movement, we can skip most of them. One such trick involves repeatedly riding bubbles, which are normally limited to a single use. By performing a specific setup, we can use them multiple times to move quickly. Oh. Like this. Infinite bubble.
Bubble, yes.
In the final area, the bug-catching boy Cruton sets up a giant cage, and we complete the stage by getting caught in it. Even though it's our first interaction with Cruton, we're somehow forced into becoming friends. Moving forward to acquire the ability, Spirit Jump, which allows you to jump while in the Spirit Split state. Now that we have the Spirit Jump, we teleport back to the tower. From here, we skip the 4-bottom door again. Go up and right. Using Spirit Jump here. And keep going. And skip this combat arena and move on towards a new area, the Frosty Ridge. We go around this fence. Then use our Boomerang Dash to skip another combat arena. We carefully sneak around the cutscene trigger in our way and skip another gate. We skip more forced combat arena with a Boomerang Dash. Calm down. ちょっと待って。
ちょっと待ってね。
落ち着いてね。ああ、よかった。Okay. ああ、よかった。And for the first time in a while, actually complete this old puzzle. One of our spirit friends, Crouton, is frozen solid, but saving them loses time, so we simply leave them there. So we put on quick draw at the next save point to increase our attack speed before going into our next boss fight, the Ice Witch. Here, we just use their dash attack to keep dealing constant damage. Balance はどうですか？
まあ普通ですかね。いや、良くない。
He says it's bad RNG. Once we beat the Ice Witch and leave downwards, we will befriend Scully. We teleport back, equip Quick Foot, and go back down towards the next area, Demon's Point. The next area is supposed to be one big amusement park, but everything seems to be shut off because there's no power. To get everything moving, we'll have to turn on the generator in the area. So there are some times, so are there any donations here?
Oh, we absolutely have donations. We have $25 here from Happy by 3, who says, "Greetings from the Graveyard Audio Tech Shift. Obviously, I had to donate during Game of the Year every year, Crypt Custodian. The whole Kyle Thompson Extended Universe speedrunning community is so special, and it would be hard to choose a better representative for our first time on the big stage than Inari-san. This game is particularly special to me as I played a lot of it while my cat was recovering from a major surgery and he slept on my lap the entire time. He even looks a bit like Pluto, so the credit scene, well, you'll see, chat. Inari-san, ganbatte! We're so lucky to have you in the community. May your dash spam be consistent. It's you, of course it will be. Your hovers all land on the first try and every boss behave, at least the ones we actually fight." Thank you so much, Happy by 3, for that lovely message.
Thank you, Happy by 3.
Thank you. 頑張ります。あ、待って。
Is there one more donation here?
I absolutely do have one. I have $25 from The Valiant Sun, who says, "So excited to see Crypt Custodian at AGDQ and the lovely Inari showcasing it. Ganbatte, good luck."
Thank you, the Variant
嬉し
Sam.
い。Thank you. とても嬉しい。ありがとう。
ありがとう。Just keep going.
More donations?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely. I have $10 here from Rook, who says, "Happy to see Crypt Custodian, my favorite game from 2024. Am I biased because Pluto's a cat? Maybe a little." Thank you so much, Rook.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more?
One more, please.
One more. I have $10 from Quacksilver, who says, "Let's go, Inari. The whole Crypt Custodian community is right behind you. I'll donate $10 more to get the fastest rail rider cycle."
Okay, once we get to this save point, we re-equip our combat equipment and go upwards. Here is the most despised fight in the speedrun, the Rail Rider. 頑張って。Okay. Here we use an exploit called hovering to get in as much damage as we can. There's two reasons why this fight is annoying. First, the boss patterns are random, making the fight much longer sometimes. Second, we are hovering the entire time. Hovering lets us use grounded attacks in mid-air.
Thank you, Rail Rider.
And repeatedly doing so we keep in the air. This Rail Rider is good guy.
Good guy.
Good guy. Once we finish the fight, we become friends with Rusty, the raccoon. Now that we've beaten the Rail Rider, we go from Demon's Point. down to Moldstone Pass. Also, we have plenty of time here. Just keep going. So,
Fantastic.
donation reading time, please.
Excellent. I have $25 from Matt the Rogue, who says, excellent commentary by Benialite and wonderful gameplay from Inari Houzumi for a game I've never heard of, but now want to play. Thank you so much. It is a very cute game. Like, I highly recommend it. We also have $10 here from Queen Snowpea, who says, I love seeing this little solo dev indie game getting international speedrun love, both from the Japanese RTA community and GDQ. Shoutouts to Kyle Thompson, the dev. Thank you for making some real gems and always being so accommodating to the speedrun community. Benio is doing amazing on commentary, and Inari is doing a great job showing off the run for everyone. Arigato, Inari and Benio.
Thank you.
Thank you, arigato.
Arigato. Now we arrived the back. At the back, we meet the shopkeeper Roy, but they seem like a faker. From here, Pluto goes on a quest to defeat the faker and rescue Roy. Roy is trapped behind a locked door, so we will need to get the key. However, there's a big glitch we can use here. First, we can skip this combat arena. And next area, there's a spot in the bookshelf with no hitbox, like it. So we'll just jump right through here. Once we get the key, we teleport back, and now it's time to fight the imposter. We'll be hovering for most of this fight as well to stay on the imposter's tail and keep attacking. It's almost like the combat in Raptor of the... We check the imposter, but then we get thrown in a guessing game between them and Roy. I guess left.
Left, yes.
Now that we've actually beaten the imposter, we obtain the dig ability. We work back to the tower and use our freshly obtained dig ability to progress forward. Over here, there's a character named Whaler. But of course, talking is slow. We skip past them. This is Whaler, but we don't talk with him. We using dig ability and keep going.
Dig, dig.
Dig, dig.
Dig, dig, dig.
And we use the infinite bubble glitch as before to skip 2 minutes of puzzles. Try again.
待ってね。
頑張れ。
Try again.
Try again.
ちょっと待って
角度が。落ち着いて。OK.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, you made it. Now let's keep going. So we can skip this combat arena and just keep going. The dialogue here with Kendra is not skippable, so we listen to what she has to say and then move along using dig. This dig part is so long. Now here is a boss fight against Grief. This fight is pretty simple. Just dodge the attacks and attack back. We can use dig ability for safety, but he doesn't. Okay,
Hey.
once we beat Grief, we befriend Whaler. We teleport again to Mira's basement and start to collect keys in order to gain access to the next boss fight. While we're collecting 4 keys, would you read some donations again?
Absolutely, because I have $10 here from Quacksilver, chiming in on that promise that they made earlier. They said, yeah, that absolutely counts, and heck, Rail Rider. Thank you so much for showcasing one of my favorite games of 2024 and crush the rest of the run. Thank you so much, Quacksilver, and thank you for keeping your word on that one. We also have $25 from Verified Linguini, who says, I'm loving this cat game so much. Good luck, Inari, and keep up the great commentary, Benio. Time for another?
Another one, please.
Sure thing. We have $10 from Worms on Toast, who says, first time watcher, first time dono here, enjoying the stream with friends while unwinding after a busy December. Amazing job, everyone.
Now we're going to the last key. The last key is here. Now we use the 4 keys that we picked up to open the gate.
Open sesame.
Then skip some dialogue. Okay, to get into the Gag Goliath fight. The Gag Goliath is very strong, so we just skip them with a boomerang dash instead. Finally, we get a bit of time to rest here while befriending Mira before the next bit of action. Once we befriend Mira, we walk back to the Neon Crest and head towards the edge. The boomerang comes in very handy here as well. We keep following the given path, but on the way, there are few gates that are skipped. So more donation reading time, please.
Absolutely. I have $50 here from Karabu, who says, this donation is in honor of my mom, who is cancer-free thanks to the early detection and wonderful care she received. Thank you to GDQ and everyone who donates to Prevent Cancer Foundation. Thank you very much, and I'm very glad that your mom is cancer-free. Time for one more?
One more, please.
Fantastic, because we have $250 from Kitsuzo, who says, been watching for years, but never donated. So I am going to make up for some lost time. Well, thank you, and I would say that more than makes up for it. Thank you so much for your generous contribution to help us eradicate cancer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're skipping more gates. And the next area we are heading towards is the theater. So now just keep going.
ここまでの走り結構いいですね。
お、いいですか？
はい。
He says this speed run is not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
Yeah.
bad is pretty good.
Not bad is pretty good. Absolutely. So this is the theater. Here we are told there's 3 films spread across the world. We need to gather to watch a movie. From here, we go on a quest to gather these films and watch whatever is within them. The first film is in the Weeping Wastes. There's some forced arenas to get through before we can get the film. Next is the forest area. We cannot skip this forest arena now, but if we can, this speedrun will be much faster and safer. And then we find the first film. Okay. The second film is in Neon Crest. And the last one is in Sculptor's Peak. While collecting the films, please read some donations.
Absolutely. We have so many people giving out so much love for this. We have $200 from Shadowhawk141, who says, I've been watching since GDQ events since 2014 when I accidentally discovered this organization on YouTube. Have fun, everyone, and stay safe. Yes, all of our friends who are currently in Pittsburgh right now, stay safe, stay warm. I just got back from there. It was freezing. It was very cold. Time for another?
Okay. We will take the last one.
Sure thing. We have $25 from Kara Cookie, who says, love supporting a great cause and watching some great ones.
The last film is in the next area. Also skip the gates. And we find the last one. We return back to the theater. So, what was in the films this whole time? It turns out it was the cult classic Ghost Slaughter 3 this whole time. Even 4DX films can't stand a chance to the realism of Ghost Slaughter 3. I think this RNG is good. So fast.
So fast.
Once we banish Ghost Slaughter 3 in a cinematic finale, we befriend Dagobah. Then we say goodbye to the theater and go to the fight, the Moon Man. Once again, we use the bubbles to our advantage to traverse forward. The next area is the boss fight. Okay, so
Okay.
This is a boss. The Moon Man. The Moon
No.
Man itself, it's terrible RNG. The Moon Man
No.
itself is so shy
Come
guy. It itself is a pretty simple fight. We just hit the head and hands until they are down. He was a shy guy.
Oh.
Okay, we beat the Moon Man and befriend our last friends of the run, the little guys. Now that all of our friends are here, we make haste towards the palace and Kendra for our final ambush. Here is the palace. It is beautiful at first, but as we go deeper into the palace, it gradually becomes covered with trash. So now that we've made our way to the end of the game, what is the final boss fight like? Let's take a look. We do a
Take a look.
little bit of setup, do a couple of boomerang dashes, and now the palace is crumbling. Lo and behold, we've skipped the final boss. If you're curious what the final boss looks like, please buy the game and play it
Oh, no.
casually for yourself. Calm down and try again.
Again.
This is the infinite bubble glitch. Time is going to be when the in-game timer at the top stops after touching the mirror at the end of the escape sequence. Infinite bubble. Ah!
Oh no.
Okay. Ah!
ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。
ちょっとここで終わったら
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh no.
Oh no.
You are well
Escape.
underestimate. You are all good.
Escaping from the palace again. Oh no.
One more.
Once more. Once again.
Once again. 大丈夫、何もなかった。いいね。
He says, everyone that didn't look anything. Okay. Yeah, anchor.
Anchor.
So, time.
Double escape percent.
Time. So touching the mirror sends us into the ending sequence. We become a spirit cat and go back to our family in the living world. Our friends all go back to their homes as well and spend a well-needed moment of respite with their loved ones. There's plenty of post-game content past this, but that is for us to leave alone and for you to find out and experience for yourselves.
And thank you for watching this run on Crypt Custodian 18% easy. In preparation for AGDQ, I wrote a commentary script in Japanese and got help from Sawayoshi-san in translating it to English. Thank you very much. There's still plenty more AGDQ to come, so I hope you all enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you for watching. This was Crypt Custodian 80% easy, run by Inari Houzumi.
And commentated by Beniolite.
Thank you. See you next time.
Thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.